Okay, this is a quick little tutorial on how to fold a mini-zine. This is the mini-zine that we will be folding. This is my Izzy Hands fanzine, which is full of sketches of him and some funny comments. So this is all a one-page zine. It looks like this unfolded. So you can see I printed everything out on one piece of paper and then folded it down to create the zine like this. If you would like to make your own, the tools that you will need are a pair of scissors, possibly a bone folder if you have one of these. These are commonly used by bookbinders to fold paper. If you don't have a bone folder or you don't want to buy one, you can use a ruler, or you can use a folded up piece of chipboard or anything else like this that's relatively stiff and small enough to hold in your hand. And we're going to use that to make the creases on the paper very clean. So the first thing you'll do is you'll take the image and you'll print it out on one piece of paper, and it'll look like this. And depending on your printer, it might have a bit of a margin on the edge, and what you will have to do in order for it to fold correctly is to trim that edge off. And you want to make sure that as you trim it, that the two sides of the paper are still equal, so that when you fold them in half, they'll fold directly on the middle lines. Here's one that I trimmed. So you can see I trimmed it like a 1/4 inch on every side, because that's how far my printer will print to the edge. Oh, we have our assistant coming in. Yes, PJ. Can you help? Are you going to be helpful? There you go. You can go sit on that, okay? No, you want to stay? You want to stay? Okay. PJ's going to help. PJ, please. Yes, very good. Such a good girl. Okay, so once you've trimmed it down, here are the basic folds you need to do. PJ. Nope, you're being ejected. I'm so sorry. Okay, here are the folds. The way that I like to do it is a specific order that makes it easier to fold a lot of these at once, but not all of these rules are sacred. You can do this kind of your own way, but the way I would do it is I would fold it long ways first, or hot dog style. So you want to fold it long ways, and you want to keep the art on the outside as you fold it, on the outside of the hot dog bun. So I'm going to get my bone folder, and you can, again, use your piece of cardboard or your ruler to do this, but I use the bone folder to do the pressing of the fold. Oh, here she is again. Baby doll. My child. Yes, very good. So you folded it down, and it's nice and clean because you used a tool to press that fold down, and it's a little better than using your fingers, but you can use your fingers. Oh my goodness gracious. So you want to unfold that now, and then you want to do the same midway fold, but hamburger style on the shorter edge. So you want to fold it again in half. You want to keep the art outside. You want to use your bone folder or your finger or your ruler to make that fold really clean. So now you've folded your piece of paper into 4 quadrants, and you can see, because I trimmed it with the right amount of measurements, that all of the art for each page is in its own quadrant. And so now the last folds that you need to make are keeping it hamburger style. I'm going to fold it in half again. So each side you will fold the short edge to meet the middle edge. I'm going to fold that with our bone folder. I'm going to flip that over and do the same thing again. Fold it like that, and what you've created is a W or an M with all of the art on the inside like this. So now we get to the fun part. We're going to make a cut. We're going to make one single cut with a pair of scissors along this part here. This part here is the middle 2 middle edges of this quadrant. We're going to cut along here. And the easy way to do this is to keep it folded hamburger style. Take your pair of scissors and cut along that crease that you made. So you just cut, making sure that the cut is nice and straight right on the crease. And now you have a little mouth like this. And it starts to fold itself because you folded everything correctly. It starts to press together into 4 little sections like this. And now the only thing left to do is to make a reverse fold on the outside edge of this book as you fold it down. So make sure we find our cover. And there's different ways to do this. If you fold it like this with the cover facing up, you might have to refold this edge here, and that sometimes creates a double crease. So actually what I like to do, this is a bit advanced, is keep it like this so that the 3 first pages are on this side and your last page is over here, and make sure that all of these folds are clean. And then you fold the back page over, and you have to make a little bit of a second press on these creases because it's refitting itself around the other pages, and you'll want to repress this top crease in the back here. So what that will do is it'll create slight crookedness to these pages in the back, but because it's the back cover, you won't see them as much. And the front cover looks nice and clean. There you go, that's your finished zine. Everything has been folded correctly, everything is on the lines where they have been intended. And there's the back. So that's the Izzy version. I have one that's a general Our Flag version that is sitting around here somewhere. There it is. This is the Our Flag Means Death version. This is just general sketches, mostly of Steed and Ed. This is the first one that I made. You can also download this printable version and make your own version of this zine. And again, it folds out just like this. And the double crease is on that top line there because I did it my special way where I folded the back over last. And that's a zine. So if you would like to purchase one of my printable mini zines, you can use this as your tutorial. I would also encourage you to make your own. If you have something that you like and you want to make a little mini zine of it, this is a really easy way to do it. So thanks so much for joining me. Sorry for my cat interrupting us, but that's how we do that.